Welcome to the next video in our series, and this once again is my good client and great friend Paul Vacirca. He is also the owner of Rona in Pemberton, so he's quite switched on when it comes to all the latest building techniques, and he happens to be building his own home right now, which is showcasing a lot of the neat technology that's happening in home building lately. So we're gonna have Paul take us through a few more things today. What have you got for us today, Paul?
Well, we're 6 months into the build, and we're going to show you some ceiling technology, the lighting that goes into that, and then we're going to finish off with the new technology in the TPO roof and how we shed water off that roof and reuse it on the bottom.
Perfect. Okay, well let's go on out and have a look.
We're in bedroom number 1, and we're up a ladder, and we're looking at this ceiling drop. Underneath the ceiling drop, you've got a continuous air barrier created by this awesome new product. It's a high performance reflective insulation, and what it does is it keeps the warm air or cool air in the summertime in and allows my heating unit to work a lot less. And so this new technology is it adds to the overall insulating character of the whole house, and when we put the lighting, the recessed lighting in, it doesn't penetrate that perfect layer. And when we put these drops in now, I know that all of those penetrations that would normally happen in a recessed pot light system doesn't have to be that way anymore. And now we get a much better controlled heating and cooling environment. Hey, we're back on camera here. So what we got is how the recessed lights today are mounted and stuck in the ceiling. You've got a mounting plate that goes up, and you can mount it horizontally, or you can go across the joist. You've got an outlet for the actual fixture to come through. In the new technology, in an LED light, these are a 9-watt light, they're dimmable. They use such little power that you can actually string 160 of these lights in a house, if you had that many lights that you wanted to put in, and put them on a single 10 amp breaker. That's how little energy they use today. They're very, very simple. Connect the wires, they're quick clips. That goes in, you close it up. That's in the ceiling, that comes up and through. Actually, it comes up and through this way. And just sits, just like that, in the ceiling. And what you're gonna see is that light will come in and through. The actual lights are really, they come in a variety of colors. The third that I'm missing here today, and I do have in our house, is a stainless steel version. But there's a black, that's what I'm using on the outside in the soffit. This is a light, and this light actually gimbals. And what that means is that it's directional. And this particular light is directional in any direction. Really easy to highlight art on the walls or specific counter space that you're cutting in the kitchen. Really, really great to use when you've got a gimbal. These lights are thin and narrow. Look at how thin that is today. That sits in the soffit. It's water sealed. It's not susceptible to humidity or dampness. So the LED technology today, with its ability to dim or not, ability to change direction, and the narrowness so that it goes into a very, very narrow ceiling drop, that's the great technology that we have today. Okay, we're back up the ladder, and we're going to demonstrate now how we put in a recessed lighting in the new technology that we see today. As you can see, the driver, this is what the driver looks like, really thin and small, easy to go up into the ceiling cavity. It doesn't take up a lot of space at all. These are wired in, and you can see how quickly the electrician can wire that in, close the box, and then it gets up and fished through the hole of the steel plate. The wire goes in, and then the drywaller comes in and drywalls the whole ceiling. Afterwards, he'll come in with his cutout tool, and he'll ream out the hole. That'll come out. I'll pull down the wire will be hanging there, and then I've got my fixture light, and as you can see, up through the hole, clip it down. After I've connected to the wire, light's in. Very, very quick, 30 seconds. Once more than I say we are through. We should still have fun, though we say we're done. 'Cause I just wanna get done with you. Hi there. We're talking drainage off the roof. We have a butterfly roof up there and it drains east and west, and we catch all that water off of 2 drain holes. This is not the final product. This is just a temporary downspout that we'll replace with the real thing in about a month's time, and that'll catch the water off of this side of the roof. At this level here, we'll put a 3-inch valve in for the summertime. From April through October, we'll catch it into a beautiful tank, a holding tank called a cistern, and we'll use that water a second time and not let it drain away, and we'll use it for all of our landscape material. So if I have raised flower gardens, any kind of shrubbery, we're going to use that water off that roof in a drip irrigation system and reuse it a second time, sort of repurpose it. Get to October, we'll turn the valve back off. The water will come screaming off that roof, come down into the ground, and drain into the backyard. And we've dealt with it really effectively and efficiently.
Paul, thank you so much for having us over for the second time and having a look at the LED lighting technology in this wonderful new home, as well as the water catchment and recycling technology from the hip roof that we saw today. So next, what we're going to do is, in a few more months, we're going to be doing some tiling, taking a look at some of that really interesting tile, as well as the waterproofness of the bathrooms. And then we're going to move on to the final product in the spring, which I'm really excited about.
It's been a great process. We're 6 months in, we've got another 4 or 5 months to go, and now we get into the really interesting detail of finishing.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thanks.